What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, VONG, which is the Russell 1000, and the S&P 500. Now, if you guys remember from last week's video, I made a video on Saturday because I noticed a very interesting actual downturn or correction within most of the major blue chip cryptocurrencies. You can see here, I made a video saying, you know what this means? XRP Ripple holders, this could change everything, what to expect moving forward into next week, which is this week here. You can see we are forming some sort of very large ascending broadening wedge here, which we are tracking, and these fractals, these technical indicators, usually end in our favor. Now, what's interesting is it seems like we've bottomed out, or we've started to consolidate as we move forward into the markets here. You can see something like XRP is still consolidating inside its massive, and I mean massive. I believe this would be a bull flag formation here, but it's still well within its head and shoulders pattern, which is notoriously a bearish textbook indicator in crypto or in stocks. So it really doesn't matter. So it'll be interesting to see which one holds more weight. And until we get a clear disqualification of the head and shoulders pattern, there's still a big chance we could see correction here. So a little nerve-wracking, a little bit nervous, but we'll go over things a little bit more depth in a second here. We're also going to look at a Solana, which has had a major rebound reversal in here. Very interesting. I think we can adjust this support here. We're going to jump to the daily and readjust this thing right here. But there's a good chance correction could take place as of today, as these cryptos have rebounded so nicely that they're hitting some sort of support. That could cause correction in the markets here, but also we could still be well within a bear flag or a bull flag formation here. More so, we are still in lower high territory. You could see here each time we kind of fall, it's lower than the last. We keep setting these lower highs, so there's a good chance we aren't necessarily out of this bearish market just yet. We then have things like Ethereum, which you can see is having this beautiful ascending broadening wedge. Bitcoin still holding strong on this uptrend here, clearly still trying to head higher, which is also excellent news. We're then going to look at VONG, which is interesting because, again, we've managed to become near overbought. Like, we just danced with the devil and hit price ceiling and the overbought territory here. We started to see a correction as of yesterday, but it shows pre-market trades that we should open in about 30 minutes higher, which is good news if you ask me, but it's interesting. It more so says, hey, maybe we're going to consolidate in here, which would be excellent if you ask me, because you can see in the past year we have done that. Now, we ended bearish or poorish here, but that's okay, because the difference is we have a little bit more steam for us to head up higher. There's no negative news at this current moment that would cause a swing to the downside here. And then when you also look at the weekly RSI here, we're trading closer to about, what is this? This was 66, even 70 in the past here. Now, I know we're not there yet, but we're currently at 55, so there's plenty of room and potential for us to head higher. So lots of things to go over in today's markets and today's possible movements here. Things show signs of downturn, you can see with the stock market, but we'll go over everything in a minute. With that being said, though, definitely smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. So, guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember, BITUNIX is doing a new user bonus, which is phenomenal here. You can get up to $2,000 back on your deposit, which is insane. This is one of the highest bonuses I have ever seen BITUNIX get. For those that don't know, the bonus is non-withdrawable, but any profits you make, you could make, let's say you make $6,000 off the $2K bonus that they give you. The $6K is completely withdrawable, no strings attached. You can remove it and withdraw it right into your Coinbase or MetaMask or whatever wallet it is that you want to send it to, which is phenomenal, if you ask me. So this is one of the highest bonuses I have seen. Definitely make sure to check them out down in the description below. They are the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. So moving forward from BITUNIX and diving into these other cryptos and technical indicators here, you can see to start off, current coin market cap reveals consolidation pretty much across the board here. 51 on the fear and greed index means we have the potential to go either direction, which is great if you ask me. We used to be very high, like in the 70s, and we used to be 14, it was like 14, then 70, and then back down to more neutral level. You can see here the double bottom. We're trading at about, what was this? 25? No, I thought we went even lower here. We went to 15. Then we rallied all the way up to 76. Now we're down to 51. So because we're at 51, we are in we have the potential to see more upside as well as downside. Like anything can go right now, but that means there is also big chance of reversal or swings to the upside, which is certainly good if you ask me, because when we were trading at 76, there's no shot we have potential to head higher. We are so overbought and so kind of overworked that we exhausted the markets and needed a downturn, which is what we just experienced. But now we have that potential to see more upside here. And you can see the consolidation for the most part across the board with these cryptos. Only today are we starting to see a small uptick. But for the most part, still consolidating here. You can see XRP, we have the head and shoulders. You guys at this point should know what a head and shoulders pattern is. We have the left shoulder right here. We have the big head and then the right shoulder and then the neckline across the board. The neckline is what we need to watch out for, but also the previous high here of this shoulder. The interesting thing is you can see we're still inside a descending fractal. And you can see in the past here, this descending fractal broke is bullish, but sometimes head and shoulders, the last one typically break to the downside. Head and shoulders, that's ridiculous. Knees and toes. We're doing crypto. You can see here, typically this is also a bull flag in this consolidative pattern here, but they break bearish. So if we break down, it will cause us to need to short the markets here for a potential downside. And you can see we're now having a bit of trouble. Even though we're at 50 on the RSI, we have moving average to deal with, and we have a downtrend to deal with as well. So there is a very big possibility we can break through or break down from that, reject off this moving average and see correction to the downside, which will probably have to do a short. We'll have to short this to the downside here. And then we can take advantage and, buy and long and swing to the upside if we do decide to see a breakthrough price ceiling here. So if we can break through this ceiling, we'll buy and long, but more than likely we can expect to see a correction and possible a dip in the markets here. Now, this isn't going to be till much later in the month or into next month, but at least it will give us a sign and we'll see how we decide to fill in this descending fractal here. But things are, again, there's nothing that says otherwise if this isn't a head and shoulders pattern forming here, which is why I'm a bit worried. Sort of. We have plenty of ample early notice, which means we'll be able to take advantage of whichever way this moves to, but certainly it's something to pay attention to because either option is available here. Now, as for Solana, I almost want to adjust this because I think there's a chance, as you can see here, we can scale this a bit better. Move this like this and say, hey, we're still inside what appears to be some sort of descending fractal. We're still heading lower. We're still inside this lower high, lower low pattern. And you can see with the small adjustment to the daily charts, we still have lower highs and lower lows. So we're still in this descending fractal. We're still in this downtrend here. So it's a bit interesting when you focus on that. You can see the way I've adjusted this, we can even possibly move this a little bit higher if we want to cater to the 4-hour charts here. But you could just see that we are pretty much inevitably causing this correction, and we could easily say, hey, 1, 2, 3 points of confirmation here. We're going to reject off this moving average and fall. We're near overbought on the 4-hour charts, and I don't think we're going to have the room to break through price ceiling and moving average, and this could cause a subtle dip in the market and send us even lower. We can extend this out and extend this out again, and you can see how we are forming what appears to be a much bigger descending fractal that, again, we could take advantage of here. But if this is accurate, we'll be able to short in the very near future to the downside as we start to react with this moving average nearing overbought. More than likely this week could cause correction and consolidation. Ethereum, kind of 50-50 with this one. Anything can happen with here. We're trading at 50 on the daily charts here, but we're inside this descending fractal. Let's jump to the 4-hour to see if we're overbought. Nope, nowhere near overbought. So I think more just consolidation can take place on Ethereum here. That's my thought moving forward with that. Bitcoin looks to be all right. Consolidating up a bit higher here. Possible movements to the upside. But again, I have Bitcoin and Ethereum on the back burner as there are some chance of heading up higher. But XRP and both Solana look more bearish than these other cryptocurrencies. Vong is consolidating out through here. So it's anyone's game with some of these other cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to focus in on them, but Solana and XRP both have huge potential for easy trades. So pay attention to those first. Those two, we could take advantage of this, like I said before and earlier, on BitFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange I like to use here on the channel. And I forgot to mention, but BitFi offers this trading account here, but they have a demo account and they have a reward center. So you can take advantage of using the reward center, gain up to $8,100 in free bonus cryptocurrency on top or one of these. This one has a better potential, I think, with new user bonuses here. They have daily rewards you can take advantage of for anyone, exclusive exclusive rewards and hot rewards. And they even have this demo trading account, which gives you 50K in demo money to practice trading your skills, get familiar with the exchange. And then when you're ready, click live trade, head on over to the live trade, use your bonus money, take advantage of everything. You can see you can click on bonus wallet and you can switch to this and use your bonus wallet to make trades. So super cool. Make sure to check out BitFi down in the description below. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.